United Nations earlier. His Excellency, the Ambassador, please.
And Namaskar, I think. Not only Namaste and Namaskar, both of them. Good evening indeed. And I would like to start, of course, by mentioning and thanking the organizer of this very important event, Genocide of Gaza, Disabled, starting by, for sure, Comrade Murali Dahara, General Secretary of National Platform for the Right of Disabled, Ms. Diosnana Singh, representative of Jan Abhuyana. I'm pretty sure I did not pronounce the names, but you got the names for sure. I'm trying my ultimate best, of course, for their tireless effort in conducting and coordinating today's program. I also would like to thank all the distinguished speakers whom yet not participating, yet not delivered their statements, especially whom is from Gaza and of course Ziad from West Bank, for their valuable contribution that they will contribute in it, and the organizing team for their commitment and solidarity with the people of Palestine. Would like to thank, of course, Vijay Brashid, Executive Director, Tricontinental Institution for Social Research, Dr. Vijay Tiwari, Assistant Professor, the Western Bengal University of Geological Science, also Radhika Al-Kazi, founder Asteha. Also, again, I would like to thank all the participants whom not yet joined us from Gaza, and I hope both of them, of course, Razan Sakka and Haytham Sakka from Gaza, to be very safe. Ziad Amr also, I wish you all the best. And now turn, and all of protocol absorbed, now turn to my very key issue. I will not go to talk about how much, unfortunately, more disabled due to the war, or the American-Israeli war on Gaza, had been added to the list. 1,000, we are talking about 1,000. But as a specialized one in the political issue, I would like to shed light on the essence or the history of the Palestinian people, because he who did not know from where is he coming, he will not realize where is he going. What is the difference between us and anyone diagnosed of Alzheimer? Anyone diagnosed of Alzheimer did not have a history. Not because he did not have, but because he did not memorize his history. So that if he lifted his home at the morning, he will not be able to back home. He will totally get lost. So history is our memory. And we, the Palestinians, will continue to stress that if there is any issue should be analyzed, or the current war on Gaza should be analyzed, it should be analyzed through its historical background. Otherwise, we will be all poisoned by the Zionist, the Israeli propaganda, whom want us just to remember one day in the history, October 7th. October 7th is reality, is it true? We have our opinion as Palestinian Liberation Organization as President Abbas in this regard. It's a declared opinion, but this is not the starting point of history, and we will not allow anyone to enforce us to think likewise the Zionist movement and their supporter want us to think of it. Our history as Palestinians is deeply rooted thousands of years ago. Our history started long before Abraham, the prophet Abraham, left his birthplace or the Chaldees or Al-Iraq today and came to Palestine. And anyone want to check this history, it's so easy just to go to check the Old Testament, the Jewish Bible, Genesis, first ever chapter, Genesis, verses 21/34, which says, "We sojourned Abraham in the Palestinian land many days." So we are there as a Palestinian, as Canaanite, as land of Palestine, land of Canaan, long time before the prophet Abraham lifted again his birthplace or the Chaldees and came to Palestine. If there is a real title deed, official document that prove we, the Palestinian, is the indigenous people, it is only and only the Old Testament, the Jewish Bible, Torah itself. So at that time, our history was started. So if there is anyone, likewise, the American ambassador in Israel denying our existence and say, who said, of course, that there is no such thing called the Palestinian people, just we, the Palestinian, will continue to remind him back to read what is written in Genesis, what is written in the Holy Book, what is written in the Old Testament. This is the very old history. Our name, our explicit name, Palestini, not only Palestine or Palestinian, Palestini, Palestine, Palestinian land, Canaan, Canaani land is repetitive hundreds of times in the Old Testament. So we are there before they came or they reached, and their father Abraham reached our land, Palestine. This is the old history, but the modern history was started in November 2nd, 1917, when your old colonizer, the British, issued the despicable, notorious Balfour Declaration, November 2nd, 1917, and in this declaration, whom have no footprint at our historical land, Palestine, zero footprint, they pledged, they gifted our homeland to the Khazarian Jew. And when we say Khazarian Jew, we mean it. And every one of you have his mobile, he can check what's the meaning of Khazarian Jew, K-H-A, Khazarian Jew. Those are the European Jews whom converted to Judaism 1100 years ago. They are not descendants of Ishaq, Jacob, Israel, but again, British gifted, pledged our homeland to those European Khazarian Jews. At that time, at that exact day, the Palestinian modern misery, the Palestinian modern tragedy was started. And the one who sowed the seeds to all the evil that we are witnessing, you are witnessing, and we are enduring is the British United Kingdom. Then our history moved step forward. Mid-1930s, we launched the first revolution. Thanks God, India was there in our very first revolution. And they helped us, you, the Indian people, helped the Palestinian at that time. You pledge and you pay a lot of money to the Palestinian revolution mid-1930s. 1947, the United Nations discussed the Palestinian question. And they adopted November 29, 1947, what's so-called the Partition Plan of Palestine, or it's famously known also as 181 Resolution. India, under the leader of the great late Mahatma Gandhi, refused and voted against this resolution. And Mahatma Gandhi said at that time, Palestine belonged to the Palestinian people, likewise England belonged to the British people. Unfortunately, with the logic of power, with the full support of the British mandate and at that time, whom militarized and allowed the Israeli Jewish, not Israeli, at that time it was called Jewish terrorist gang. And when we say terrorist, we mean it. This is the exact name that the British mandate gave it to them. But unfortunately, they allowed them to be militarized to the teeth and demilitarize the Palestinian people. Totally demilitarize the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people used to be hanged to death for one bullet, one knife. In 1948, by the very last day of the mandate, the British mandate, the Jewish military, the Jewish terrorist gang declared the establishment of the State of Israel, which was fully well-equipped and militarized. And they succeeded, even before that time, to expel and to ethnically cleanse thousands and thousands of the Palestinian indigenous people from their homeland. After, of course, tens of terrorist massacres that they conducted it, and any one of you can check Deir Yassin massacre, King David Hotel massacres, and others. So we became, as a Palestinian people, refugees. My late father was born in our original village, Berga, and I personally born in a refugee camp in Gaza. Even my family till today, my entire family, Abu Shawesh family, is still living in Gaza. So we became refugees. 60% nearly of the Palestinian population is living in the diaspora. Then Israel was established on 78% of the historical land of Palestine. The remaining 22%, which is West Bank, including East Jerusalem and Gaza, had been occupied by Israel in June 6, 1967. So I born in a refugee camp under the Israeli occupation rule and still live under the Israeli occupation rule till now. This is the history. So anyone want to tackle the Palestinian issue, he should tackle it from a rational perspective. This is exactly what did the United Nations General Secretary General, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, did in his speech, October 24, 2023, when he denounced and condemned Hamas attack October 7th itself, then he said, but it was not happen in a vacuum, which means he followed the rational school of thought of problem solving and link 7 October to its root, which is the Israeli suffocating occupation and the Israeli prolonged occupation and the humiliation of the Palestinian people. So again, history for us as a Palestinian is very important, not because we just want to remember, but because we look forward to build our future. We will not allow anyone to enforce us to have Alzheimer. This is exactly what the Israeli is doing right now. They are calling day and night to remove our history and to change our curriculum. We should not teach. They did not want us to teach our student, our school, our student, our child, anything about our history. But even if they want to do so, vast majority of them will born in a refugee camp, and the very first question will be, how come? Why I am in a refugee camp? History will not be erased. I am personally born and educated with a curriculum that was not touching any single word about the Israeli occupation, but I was born in a refugee camp. So I raised to ask, and I born to ask, then I discovered, the very first day of my life, I discovered that I am a refugee. So even if they will succeed to change or to enforce, or if they succeed, I mean, to remove every single textbook, Palestine from every single textbook, Palestine is in our heart. Palestine is your history. If they accuse us of being terrorists, I would like just to remind you, the great martyr, Bhagat Singh, was accused of being terrorist, and he was hanged to death because they accused him of being terrorist. So to classify the Palestinian people of being terrorists, they did not invent the wheel. Before them, each one of the occupiers worldwide used to accuse anyone resisting them of being anarchist. This is something they accused your ancestor, anarchist. And one very despicable accusation was disgraceful. Could you imagine? They accused part of your ancestor of being disgraceful. You did not thank them for occupying your ancestor, so you are disgraceful. Not only terrorist, but disgraceful. This is something we should all deeply think of it. So when we defend ourselves, when we talk about our history and defend our history, this is your exact history. Don't forget, just 80 years ago, you were there in the shoes of the Palestinian people. Your grandfather was there, and I'm pretty sure he told you something about that. You were there. You're part of the whom lived this unfortunate suffering. In 1919, there's a big massacres conducted against your ancestors. We should remember our history, not only as Palestinian, but as Indian, not because we are going to revenge, but because we want to build a future, a very safe future, that it will not happen again. No one will come to occupy us again. No one will come to murder us. 722 days in a row up to this day. It's a televised textbook genocide. This is the first ever time in history that we as international community, as people worldwide, to watch in our smartphones in a daily pace the ongoing genocide against the Palestinian people. This genocide cannot to be happened without a full complicity of the United States of America. I'm not revealing a secret. This is not a secret. And I'm not attacking the United States of America. The United States of America is attacking the Palestinians. We are talking about today 150,000 tons of explosive material hit 365 square kilometers. 2.3 million innocent human beings there, living there. We are talking about 75 kilogram of explosive material per capita. Each one of Gaza, his share, 75 kilogram of explosive material. This ongoing and televised genocide was not to be happen without a full complicity of the Western country, at least at the very beginning. Now they are woke up, many of them woke up, and they start believing that this war is to serve, and I would like you to remember what did the fugitive from justice. Fugitive from justice is the wanted man. Benjamin Netanyahu said 2 days in the United Nations General Assembly when he said something none of you might realize the exact deep meaning of it, which is finish the job. Finish the job mean expelling the entire Palestinian people from the historical land of Palestine. The Israeli believed that in 1948, Ben Gurion had the chance to complete the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people from the historical land of Palestine. But he did not. He conducted a mistake and he did not do so. So they used to say that he did not finish the job and we should finish the job. The fugitive from justice, the wanted criminal Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, loud and clear, repeated 2 days ago in the United Nations General Assembly, is to complete the job, which means to expel, ethnically cleanse the remaining 4.2 million of the Palestinians from their historical land, entire historical land, Palestine. This is a very dangerous issue. This is not easy. We should not take it as just wording in the United Nations General Assembly. We should take it in a serious manner. But again, I'm pretty sure that you all had been hijacked by one narrative. All of this is because October 7th. It's not true. Completely, utterly not true. As if our life as a Palestinian people in October 6th was normal life. It's not true. Since January 1st, 2023, up to October 6th, Friday, October 6th, 2023, more than 400 Palestinians, 80 of them is pure children, has been slaughtered, has been killed. Vast majority of them in West Bank where is there no Hamas. Just at that year, one of them, his name is Muhammad al-Tamimi. I know his father, I know his family. 2.5 years old. They sniped him. They killed intentionally killed him. Part of us as a Palestinian used to be killed for fun. And many of us had been killed just for the soldier to tape him and to publish it in their social media. This is how the Palestinian life before that morning. Settlement was there, occupation is there, refugee camp is there, tens of massacres even conducted against the Palestinian people after 1948. So life was not, for them, this is the normal life. For us, it's life under occupation, life in a refugee camps, life in a siege, under the siege. Sorry. This is the life of the Palestinian people. But again, when it came to that day, there are, again, just to conclude, there are two schools of thought. The Zionist school of thought, which want us to just know or just believe that there is one day in the history and everything after this day is justified. This school of thought was fully supported by the Western countries at the very beginning, vast majority of Western countries, and by the complicity, of course, of the Western media, so that they used to say that Israel have the right to defend itself. But the question is, did the Palestinians have the right to defend themselves? Did the Palestinians have the right to liberate themselves? No one getting close to it. Then they used to say that nothing justified October 7th, which means all the Palestinian misery does not justify October 7th. Again, fair enough. But they should also be fair and say, and October 7th did not justify and should not justify 722 days in a row till today of continuous televised, continuous broadcast, continuous massacres, genocide, that each one of you already watched part of it. But no one wants to shed light on this issue, just this, I mean, the Zionist school of thought. But there is an rational school of thought which say that if you want to analyze any event, any historical event, which is that day is already going to change the human history. Gaza is already changed the human history. So anyone, the rational school of thought is saying that any problem should be tackled from its root symptom analysis. This is the rational school of thought. To talk about the Palestinian question, there is many issues to tackle it. But again, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the organizer of this event for giving me the opportunity to shed light on part of our history, on part of our misery as a Palestinian people. And I would like to extend many thanks for all of you for coming today, of course. Wish you all the best. And we will continue, of course, together, because we have one shared human future. We will continue together to raise our voice as a human being, as a human believing of one shared future, because again, no one is safe until everyone is safe. I thank you so much.
Thank you.